Hi, my name's Jason. It's week 6, day 38 of my full-time chronic pain rehabilitation journey. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between maintaining a life and fighting for it. But first, a quick status update. I had a miracle morning. It's not an allusion to the book I've been talking about. I woke up feeling fantastic. And yesterday's video was kind of doom and gloom. I thought for sure I would end up incapacitated today. I have been conditioned over time when my body sends certain signals to anticipate a certain response from it, and that did not happen. And I am overjoyed, elated, happy. I can't believe it. It's crazy. What this means is I have stumbled upon some kind of formula that keeps my body functioning when otherwise it would have shut down. And that means I'm not going to change a darn thing. Everything I did yesterday to try to prevent the shutdown and prevent incapacity seemed to work, which means I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm going to be doing it every day. Every day. I'm not changing anything. And this all is a testament to the power of supportive routines. If I did not have the recovery routines, probably all of it, the warm-up, the recovery, and the cool-down routines that I did, and they were extensive yesterday, I would not be functioning today. I would not have gone to the gym, and I would not have had the power to rehab my body like I am. This means it might work. The whole rehab might work, which is shocking to me because up to this point it was a faith journey. I didn't know for sure, but it's gonna work. It could work. Because if I keep my back at bay, the devil at bay, in essence, I can rehab the rest of my body and get strong enough that when the time comes to put more pressure on the back, it'll take it. I'm excited. All right, anyway, moving on to tips. The tip today is to test your boundaries. If I hadn't pushed myself up to that line, I would have known whether I could support that kind of activity or not. And apparently I can. I probably wouldn't go much further, but I definitely pushed a boundary, and that has allowed me to, again, make gains I otherwise couldn't have made. And I might have had to stop, but I didn't have to stop. I'm happy if you can't tell. All right. Today's topic is related to the difference between a maintenance mindset and a fighting mindset. And the maintenance mindset is the one that I've found with the medical community, basically. It's sort of, improve areas of your life here and there a little bit, do some exercises, but not very vigorous exercises. Just kind of make everything a little bit better, and then the status quo will prevail. This is the mindset I've encountered in the medical community. It's one that I thought I was doing better than, but now that I look back in retrospect, I think I was doing just a little bit better than that. I was fighting, but I was only fighting in limited ways. I didn't go far enough. And so I want to talk to you about what a fighting mindset looks like versus that maintenance mindset that I have encountered in the medical community. All right, there's a quote from the movie I referenced yesterday called Shadowlands. That movie, the female protagonist says something profound. She says, "I think we can do better than manage." And that is in essence a slogan that captures what I'm trying to do with my rehabilitation journey. I don't want to just manage my condition. I want to figure out how far I can get back to normal, how much of a life I can live, how much I can thrive. And the reality is, I don't know that. I don't know because I haven't tried hard enough. I haven't gone all in. I haven't fought with every fiber of my being to reclaim my life. I fought pretty hard, but not this hard. This is the hardest I've ever fought, and I'm finding ways to fight even harder as I'm fighting hard. So it's a process. You just have to continually find new ways to fight a little bit harder, and who knows, it might just freaking work, because I think mine might. I'm excited. Okay, anyway, getting back to the fighting mindset. I summarize it like this. There is nothing you won't do short of, this is important, hurt yourself or hurting somebody else. But everything else up to that point is fair game, completely fair game. And if you're not willing to go into fringe territories like psychedelics, you're not fighting for your life because you've ruled out possibilities that could help you. Up front, for whatever reason, you're not fighting with everything that you have. You're not running on all cylinders. And I want to run on all cylinders, not only for my rehab journey, but after that. I want to be alive, fully alive, pumped up, thriving, giving everything I have to everything I do. That's the fighting spirit. All right. I have another example of a fighting mindset versus a maintenance mindset. The physical therapist is an example of the maintenance mindset. Not because you don't need them, but they're a stepping stone to something greater. And if you stop there, you're kind of just making things somewhat better, but not really better. But then if you move on to a personal trainer, for instance, you're walking into another world, a broader world, to make your entire body function better, not just rehabilitate an injured area. That's an example of a fighting mindset. So if you make that leap from therapist to trainer, you have essentially made the leap. You're making the leap. You're in the process of leaping to the fighting mindset from the maintenance mindset. And I have an example of a fighting mindset from my own personal life. I did this back in November when I tried a psychedelic called ayahuasca in Cedar City, Utah over Thanksgiving weekend. And I did it 2 days. And on the first day, I only took 2 rounds, which was actually very smart. I shouldn't have taken the third round on the second day. But on the second day, I did all 3 rounds. But I didn't get to the altar to take the third round easily. I tried multiple times to get up there and failed. In fact, there was one time I tried to stand up. I couldn't. I was so inebriated. It's not the right word. I was so intoxicated, maybe that's the right word, that I couldn't stand up. And so I couldn't make it to the altar. And I was just so overcome with the medication that I couldn't, right? And I gave up. And so I fell back onto my mat and started to cry, saying out loud, I failed, I can't do it, I failed, I can't do it. It was a pathetic sight. However, that was only a round of a multi-round boxing match. So I found the strength within me the next time I tried, after I had a little sob fest and a pity fest. I actually found the strength within me to get up and go back to the altar. How did I do it? I crawled. I couldn't stand, so I crawled. And when I got to the altar, I face planted, which was a pretty good indication that I'd had more than enough ayahuasca. Didn't need any more. A for effort, they should have sent me back to my mat, but they didn't. So they gave me more, and I felt like Rocky. I had done something amazing and powerful that I didn't think I could do. I failed first, but I kept trying, and then I finally succeeded. Of course, taking that third round led to my bad trip, which I described in yesterday's video, or maybe a couple days ago. So having more was not a good idea, but the effort to get up to the altar, that was the fighting spirit. And so I want you to have that fighting spirit in your life, in your rehabilitation journey, and everything that you do. Go all in, hold nothing back. Nothing is off limits. Again, short of hurting yourself. Having the bad trip kind of hurt me, so not a good idea. Or hurting others. Everything up to that point is fair game. Don't write it off. Give it the time of day and do whatever you can to get back to the greatest level of capacity that you're capable of. Again, you don't know what that is because you've never tried. And your medical providers don't know what that is. They can't predict the future. You can't predict the future. Your family doesn't know what it is. Only you will find out as you do it. So you have to take the journey to find out what the destination actually can be. And I'm excited because it looks like my destination might be glorious. I could be wrong. Maybe tomorrow I'll be crying in the camera. But for now, I'm elated and I'm psyched and I'm stoked and I'm flying on cloud 9. Fighting for your life means going all in and holding nothing back. And I mean nothing. Again, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anybody else. But short of that, go for it. What keeps you from going all in? Please share your thoughts and comments, and don't forget to subscribe.